The 70s in the USA.
About the important events, the 70s began on January the 1st of the same year and ended on December 31st of 1979. In 1970, the members of the Beatles announced their disintegration, starting their careers as a soloist. In 1971, Jim Morrison, leader of the band The Doors, died. The Watergate scandal was a major political scandal that took place in the United States in the early 70s, following a theft of documents from the Watergate office complex in Washington, D.C., home of the National Committee of the Democratic Party of the United States, and the subsequent attempt by the Nixon administration to cover up those responsible. When the conspiracy was exposed, the United States Congress launched an investigation, but the resistance of the Richard Nixon government to collaborate in it led to an institutional crisis. The term Watergate then began to encompass a wide variety of activities illegal in which personalities of the U.S. government chaired by Nixon were involved. These activities included harassment of political opponents and people or officials considered suspects. Apollo 17, the last main mission to the moon. The Apollo 17 mission, which took place between December 7th and 19th of the year 1972, was the last of the mission to the moon carried out in the late 60s and early 70s by the NASA. Astronauts as Eugene Cernan, Ronald Evans, and Harrison Smith carried out the mission, which lasted 12 days, 13 hours, and 52 minutes, and included a state at the 75 hours lunar surface. The landing site was the Tauro Littrow area of mountains and valleys. The mission collected 110.4 kilograms of lunar material and established NASA's sixth automated research station. This photograph that you can see here shows Earth as the astronauts saw it in their journey to come home. In 1976 presidential election in the United States pitted Republican President Gerald Ford against Democratic Jimmy Carter, who was the governor of the state of Georgia. The main subject of this election was the Watergate case, which had caused the resignation of Richard Nixon 2 years earlier.
Hi, I'm Samuel, and I'm going to be talking about fashion in the 70s. So, as the amazing decade of the 60s turned into the 70s, the influence of boutique stores and the fashion lines made ready-to-wear clothing really accessible. New synthetic fabric meant fashionable styles could be bought at any price point. So pervasive were these materials that the 70s became known as the polyester era. The decade saw a wide range of popular styles, from the early parade dresses influenced by happy fashion to the flashy party wear worn to disco nightclubs. For example, when we talk about women fashion, we can see a bigger range in the different styles that there was. Long dresses and short dresses with really high boots, or pants with the bottom that was really wide. On the other hand, when we talk about men fashion, we can see that there was a certain style that ranged in this era. Men wear a lot of jackets and suits that had different colors or different styles, but mainly suits. And last but not least, the hippie style that were so important in that decade and also created and invented a new different style.
Now we're going to talk about music, and we have four of the most famous singers. The first one is Robert Plant, and many of us missed the experience of seeing him alive, but we can listen their songs in his albums. The second one is Marvin Gaye, and is the man who spoke to us about sex, love, heartbreak, world peace, ecology, and without the voice as sweet as a warm melted chocolate. Then we have Freddie Mercury, and although it has been more than 20 years since he died, but his born majesty still takes our breath away as soon as We Are the Champions has played any sporting event. Last but not least, we have Bob Marley, and he sings about the intense social problems and the solutions that love could offer. Here we have the top 10 of music in the 70s, and it's funny because I was listening this song while I was searching the information, and it is in the top 6. Now we are going to talk about movies, and the first one is Star Wars, and it was the most successful movie. In fact, it has the biggest hit on the decade. Also, we have Grease, and Grease explores typical problems of adolescents. And I like Grease because by the time I was in high school, me and my friends made a project about this movie. Last but not least, we have The Rescues, in Spanish is Bernardo y Bianca, and I remember I was 6 while I was watching this movie for the first time.
Now we have some of the best actors that the 70s had given to us. Harrison Ford is a member of the top of the best actor until now. He had worked in different movie genres, and John Travolta enjoyed success during the 70s and is still quite a busy actor. Currently, his salary is estimated to be over 20 million per film, and he is considered one of the most legendary actors in cinema. Stallone remains one of the leading high-caliber actors in Hollywood, but his bust to fame was Rocky at a 17 box office hit. He reprised the role of the acclaimed boxer in 2015 film Creed, and won nomination for the Academy Award as well as the Golden Globe. And Robert Redford had been recognized mostly for his 17 movies, while Jane Fonda was working in some movies, and they received a tribute in Venice.
It had taken a big polemic about the color skin, and racism was something you could watch every day. For example, people hurt people of color or black people in very aggressive ways to the point of killing them without a real cause. Done some walkouts to promote the love and peace, to avoid more wars or conflicts such as racism, discrimination, machismo between others, to have a peaceful community. In addition, I think that in that decade it was the gold age, or the gold age of weed, because most of the hippies in that decade smoked weed in high quantities, also with another drugs, and I don't know.
And that's it for us. Thank you so much for your attention.